Well, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm excited that you've taken the first step. Just the fact that you're watching this video, it tells me that you are very serious about change. You are very serious about transforming your life. We're not just talking about change and going back. We're talking about permanent transformation, something that you can apply to your life and live that life so that you yourself can live the life that you really want. We started out talking about adapting a mindset of gratitude. We talk about the importance of gratitude. For example, it said in cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we empower ourselves to find joy and contentment in the present moment where we at. We are not waiting until the thing comes to make us happy. We are happy even before it comes, right in the present moment. We want to be happy. And the mistake a lot of people make is that they wait until the thing comes. They wait until the change actually take place before they start to be happy and content. And a lot of times when you look back, it's like it might take a day, it might take a week, it might take a month. Who knows? Everybody have different levels of learning and achieving things. You can look back and say, "Man, I've just wasted 3 months that I could have used. I could have been happy. I could have been, enjoying my life until this happened." But you allow the discontent. You allow the things that is not there. Your focus is was on the thing that was not there to take us to steal that moment away from you where you could have been happy in that moment. So we're going to talk about the five. This is the first of the three videos where we're going to discuss the five disadvantages. I'm going to give you five disadvantages. I know that there are many more, but I'm just going to share with you five disadvantages of not cultivating a mindset of gratitude, of not cultivating or not having an attitude of gratitude, not having that mindset of being thankful, I should say, make it as simple as possible. The first one that I want to share with you is not when you don't have an attitude of gratitude or when you don't have a mindset of being thankful, it increases stress and anxiety. Just that simple. It sounds simple, but it will increase stress and anxiety into your life. It will. You see, without the attitude of gratitude, you're most likely to focus on the thing that is missing in your life. And when you focus on the things that is missing in your life, now it becomes to you so big. Like it keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point like it's you now becomes overwhelmed. It's like, man, I can't handle this thing. And you're gonna throw in the towel or you're gonna try to make some kind of drastic move that can either hurt yourself or hurt those around you. You're gonna do something that is you're so anxious. You're gonna make a decision that does not benefit you. It increases that stress. Look, for example, you might have $100, and then you might say, "Well, I need $500," and here you are now. You're stressing on. I don't have the other four. Wait, do you know that some people can take that $100 and turn it into four, five, $600, even into $1,000? But when you are so focused and what you don't have, it makes you miss what is in front of you. It makes you miss the opportunity or the idea that is hitting you in your face and say, "Hey, I'm right here. Hey, I'm right here. You can use me." Use that $100 and turn it into $400 and you get your five. Or use your gift to gain that $400 and you get that five that you're seeking. But when you don't have that attitude of gratitude, when you're not thankful for what you have, that what is right in front of you, right here in the moment, you have that $100, you have something that you can work with, you have your skills, you have health and strength. When you're not focusing on what you have and you begin to focus on what you don't have, you miss that opportunity. What you have right in front of you is hitting you in the face and say, "You can use me to increase," but you allow what you don't have to stress you out so much, bring anxiety into your life that you can't see clearly. That's one of the disadvantages of not cultivating an attitude of gratitude. It increases stress and anxiety because, for example, the date is approaching, or you got to pay your bills. It could be a car note. You got to pay a car note. The money kind of look funny, like this. And as the date approaches, instead of you think about something more positive. How can I do this? Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can do this over here. Maybe I can, you begin to get anxious. The stress begin to build up and you can't see. It's like you can't see your way out. You can't see how you're going to get out of this. And it begin to increase. The stress begin to increase right up until that day when you're supposed to pay it. And now you got to face these people, and it seems so big. Like, how am I going to face and how am I going to get out of this? Because you allow your focus to be on that which you don't have. Your focus outside instead of focus on what you have and being thankful for what you have so that you can increase, so that you can draw more of that. Be thankful for what you have so that it can come clearly, that you can use what you have right here to get that which you don't lack. But if to get what you don't have at that moment, I should say. But when your focus is over there, you can't see over here. So it increases stress and anxiety when you don't have, or when you did not cultivate that attitude of gratitude to appreciate what you have right here, right now. As it said, likes attract likes. Number two, this is the good one. Strained relationship. My goodness. You see, when you don't have an attitude of gratitude, it can put a strain on relationship. It could be friendship relationship. It can be husband and wife relationship. It can be family where your kids are involved. When you don't have an attitude of gratitude, I've seen my wife, she cooked breakfast, she cooked dinner, she take care of the kids plus running the real estate business, and she homeschool. And when we sit down to eat dinner, and whenever we sit down to eat at all, I hear my kids keep telling them, thank you. They keep saying, thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. They keep saying, thank you. And I begin to adapt that too. I said, thank you, babe. Thank you for the food. Thank you for preparing the food. And, think about how it makes her feel when her children, her own kids, is telling her thank you. You see, we expect that from other people outside. When they come to your house and you take care of them, you give them some food and some water, whatever it is that you give them, they say, thank you, man, this was so lovely. You feel good about that. But think about those in the inside of your household that is telling you thank you for what you have done for them. It makes her feel so good. It's the same thing with friendship. When you have friends that you keep helping, you keep doing this for them, you're giving them a ride, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and they're not even taking the moment to say, well, I'll take a moment to say, well, thank you. They don't even appreciate what you do, especially if you give them something that you value. And here they are, you came by their house and it's all underground outside, full of dirt and all that kind of stuff. How does that make you feel? You see, when you don't have, when you don't cultivate an attitude of gratitude, it puts strain on relationships. It causes some relationship to even diminish. It causes some relationship to even, come to a completion. It's a closure. It's a wrap. I don't look, man, stay away from me because of the attitude that they have. I've heard a friend tell me about a friend that he used to give a ride all the time to work when his car broke down. He'd give him a ride. But it's like he never really appreciated, and I could see how he feels from his story. So when you don't practice practice gratitude, when you don't practice being in the moment, and appreciate what you have right here, right now. And I love for my kids, they start at a young age. Just imagine as they continue on that journey, how thankful they will be, and how much grateful they will be as they get older for the things that comes into their life. And look at the things, look at how they will attract more into their life, even at a young age, even at a young age. So when you don't tap, when you don't cultivate, I should say, an attitude of gratitude, when you don't adapt gratitude as a part of your life, it can put a strain on relationships, whether it's friendship, whether it's family, and whether it's a husband and wife relationship. I make sure I tell my wife, thank you. I appreciate her. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is. I thank you. And I mean it. So that was number two. Let us jump right into number three, because there's five of them. We have five disadvantages of not having an attitude of gratitude. I'm giving you this for free. This is a free, I say, mini seminar right here. It's going to be 3 videos, but this is the first one. So here's number 3. My goodness, when you don't cultivate an attitude of gratitude, it diminishes mental health. And this is a big one. I love this, and I have to bring this in there. I have to drop this in there. And this is Proverbs 17:22. And it says, being cheerful keeps you healthy. Being cheerful keeps you healthy. It went on to say, it is a slow death to be gloomy all the time. It is a slow death to be gloomy all the time. I couldn't believe that. Well, I believe it, but it just that it being in the Bible that way, just that it being in the Bible that way, it's like, and I've seen it. I've seen it so much in the natural, but for it to be there, instructing us to be happy, it talks about a cheerful heart. It's like good medicine, but yet we still allow things to get us into the place of being gloomy because for most people, and all of us being there, I got to say that I don't say, well, those people, because just like I didn't experience it before. I'm telling you things that I have experienced before. That's why I share my experience. I'm sharing what transformed my life so that you can use this as an experience if it's pertaining to you. And I've seen where I was there, have things to be thankful for, but I'm focused on what I didn't have. I have a car, but I didn't have the new car that I wanted yet, and I'm focusing on this new car, and it makes me feel so bad that I don't want to go by my friends and visit or drive to a certain place because I'm thinking to myself that my car is not presentable. It's not good enough. I'm looking at other people's car, and it's like mine is. I'm working all day long, and I don't have a new car. And when I go around my friends, it's like they're working too, and then they have the best, that they're driving nice cars. And I allow what I didn't have to put me in a gloomy place. Let me tell you a story. And this is a good example. And one time when I was living in Florida, I was so downhearted. I was so downhearted to the point when I went back to renew my DOT physical for my driver's license. I couldn't even pass that. They said I had an irregular heartbeat. They sent me to all these different specialists, one after the other, one after the other, bleeding my insurance from one to the other, to the other, to the other, until it gets down to the final point where they say it was just stress. You see what I'm talking about? Just stress. I wasn't practicing gratitude. I wasn't practicing seeing what I have in front of me to say thank you. Even when the bank account get low, I wasn't being thankful because I still have life and strength. I have health and wealth. So I mean, I have health so that I can go forward and I can do some things. I can use my skills. I can work. I can use my strength. I can do a little part-time job and other little things like that and build my income up. Me and my friend that he still live in Florida, we have done so many things. I worked at all the little stores and we clean offices and all these different things. We cut grass. We did all these things because we had that skill. But before that, I was so downhearted because I'm not thinking about the things that I didn't have, the cars, the money, and the this and the that, and not being thankful for what I had right there in the moment. You see, again, I did not know. I didn't know. If I didn't know, I probably would have been doing what I'm doing now. But at that moment, I did not know. But I'm so grateful for the fact that I wanted to get out from where I'm at. Not to say, well, leave the place where I'm at, but my mentality, my mindset. I wanted to go to another level. So I began to seek. I began to look for ways. I began to read books. I began to listen to podcasts. There's something inside of me, like, there's more to life. And for all of us, there's more to life because we are here to live an abundant life. We are here to evolve and to live the best life. So as I began to recognize the problem, they told me it was stress. And I began to relieve myself from that. I began to see the things that I have and being thankful for it. I began to become thankful. I began to practice being grateful. And that right there, it lifts me up out of the place where I was with the irregular heartbeat from sleeping with that pack on my side with all that wires and all that stuff, trying to figure out, it brings me out of that. And that's why I quote from Proverbs 17:22 that says, being cheerful keeps you healthy. And this is so true. This is so true. But it said it is a slow death to be gloomy all day long. You're killing yourself softly. You're killing yourself softly. You're wearing yourself out. Your body is keep diminishing. Your health keep diminishing because it's slowly. And a lot of times we're being deceived, thinking nothing is happening. But as we continue throughout that trend, it keep sucking the life out of us. So that's the third one. For the five advantages of not having an attitude of gratitude. Practice gratitude. Number four is decreased resilience. Decrease resilience. You see, without gratitude, it can be harder to bounce back from adversity or setbacks. I believe all of us had that moment in our life. We have went through something in our life where it hit us hard, really hard. For me, it was a relationship. Losing your house, your 401k, things like that. And those are material things. And I tell people all the time, look, I'm not pointing finger at anyone to say, well, you make me and you this and that. No, I'm over all that. I take responsibility for myself. And because I practiced that gratitude, because I began to practice gratitude, I find myself begin to pull myself up. I begin to see the silver lining behind the cloud. It helped me to bounce back to where I'm at today, that I can say clearly, I have a wonderful wife. I have wonderful children. My life is wonderful and I'm feeling good about myself. You see, when we focus on the things that we lost and the things that went wrong in our life, and we are not seeing where we at right now and what we have, you still have life. You still have an opportunity to go and to replenish, to go and to do things that can get you back. Look at how many people that you ever, I don't know about you, but I'm telling you about me, people that I've read about that have lost millions of dollars, who went into debt. They went into debt, millions of dollars in debt, and came back out, rebound from that, never stop. One lady I can tell you about that I've read about, I still listen to her videos still, Rhonda Burns, I think that's her name. She produced that movie on, what's the movie name? The Law of Attraction. Yes, that's it. The Law of Attraction. She produces that, and she told her story how she was millions of dollars in debt until she continued to use her gift, and she came out of it. She's a multimillionaire now, multimillionaire. And there's the other young man that I read about who used to trade on Robinhood, and I don't know if this is the whole story line by line, but what I understand about that is he woke up one day and he found that when he checked his account, it was like everything was wiped out. Everything was wiped out. But he got so anxious and so stressed out that he didn't check the other part of his account. The story was, or what I understood from all that is, he killed himself. But when they went into his account and checked, there was $17,000 still left there that if he did knew, because they say he was a very good trader, if he did knew that, he could have used that and replenish. He could have used that and get back, make more. But because he did not know, he went ahead and he takes some drastic measure, and that's where it ended up. So when you're not practicing the gratitude, when you're not practicing the attitude of gratitude, I should say, when you're not practicing the attitude or cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you will find yourself, your resilience to bounce back will be very low. It will be hard to come back from setbacks. It'll be hard. But when you begin to be grateful for what you have, not allowing it to make you to get to a place of stressed out and feeling so anxious that, man, I got to do something real fast. You get so anxious. You start to make decisions. You start to make uh, all kind of crazy decisions, I should say. You start making all crazy decisions. You started to form contract with people. It doesn't matter how high the interest rate is. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it takes you. You're trying to get out of this. And then, you're not seeing that you're digging yourself deeper because you're not relaxed. You're not calm. You're not seeing things clearly. So when you allow yourself to get to that place where you're not focusing on what's in front of you, not being grateful for what you have, not understanding that you could take this and sow it again and replenish it. When you allow yourself to focus on that which is missing, man, I've lost $500,000. Man, I've lost $50. Man, I've lost $200, and then you get so gloomy, and somebody tell, hey, man, once you invest in that right there, you can't hear that because your mind is over there. Practice gratitude. Let it become an everyday part of your life, and it will continue to change your life. Here's number 5. Number 5 is limited personal growth. When you are not practicing gratitude, it limits your personal growth. Boy, this is so true. You know why? When you fail to appreciate the lessons and opportunities and the experience life is offering you, you fail to see the silver lining behind the cloud, like we said. For most people, I've heard it so many times. Oh man, don't invest with those over there. Everybody wants your money. They're trying to steal your money. Yeah, look at what they did to our forefathers. Look at what they did to this one. Look at what they did to that one. Don't invest in that because they're trying to take your money. When you cannot see the opportunity that life is offering you, you'll find yourself stuck. You'll find yourself missing good opportunity to invest. You see, a gratitude mindset, it increased learning and growing. It encourages you to seek, meaningful purpose. You're not seeing all the negativity. You're not seeing just the negative side. You're not seeing just what's missing, but you're seeing what you have. You're seeing good friends, whether no matter what their colors are. You're seeing good friends. You're seeing the goodness in that person. You've seen their true colors. You've seen who they really are. You've seen the fact that they're really for you. They like you and they love you and they want to see you advance in life. It helps you to grow. But if you're not grateful for what you have, it begins to limit your personal growth. It's like some people say, because they've lost certain things or someone treat them a certain way or whatever, someone walk out of their life and say, what do I have to live for? I don't have nothing else to live for. So you know what they do? They slump into that depression. They slump back into, man, I'm not good enough and all that kind of stuff. They don't even want to grow. They don't even want to grow. Even they have people who they're not grateful for what they have right now. You see, they might want to go back to college, but they're not grateful for the fact that you can go on YouTube and you can learn some things. You have people in your house. I was so grateful for my wife because she was a substitute teacher at one time. She subbed. So she know the educational system. And when we get together, what she have, I began to glean from what she have. And I began to grow. She gleaned from me, I gleaned from her. But the things that she know, computers and all these different things, I began to glean from that. I began to be so grateful. I began to tap into it and I began to grow. Personally, I began to grow. I'll ask, show me, how do you do this in the computer? Have you ever experienced this before? Have you ever done that before? And she began to feed me and I began to eat. But you see, when you're not grateful for what you have, you got to look outside and say, man, I wish I can go back to college. Man, I wish I can learn that. Man, I wish I can do this. Man, I wish I can do that. When you have it right there in your house for free. And because of that, I begin to cultivate an attitude of gratitude and it helps me to grow and to grow and to grow to the point now I'm not seeing myself as a victim anymore. I'm not seeing myself less than that man over there anymore. If there's anything that did not progress in my life, I look within myself and say, what do I need to change? Or where did I go wrong? What did I miss? I'm here to grow and evolve into that man. That man. And if I don't cultivate an attitude of gratitude, I'm gonna miss out a lot. So this is your medicine right here. I know it didn't taste too well going down, but don't be afraid, because the next video is going to be the one that they give you to wash down that medicine. So take the taste out of your mouth, that bad taste. That good stuff is coming. The next video will be the 5 benefits of cultivating an attitude of gratitude, how it benefits you. Again, this is your call to action. Find someone, or start in your home. Start being grateful. Tell them how grateful you are. Tell them thank you. Let them know that you appreciate them. And also drop me a line. Let me know how these videos is helping you, so that when we go to the next level, I will also be mindful that I'm giving you the right content that you need. So drop me a line and let me know if we can work together. I want to help you. This is Nelson. Until the next one, love you. Peace, and we out.